It's already July. It's already July. We are halfway through 2024, and I did not think that that would happen so quickly. I'm excited to say that things are plugging along swimmingly in my world, and I'm really pleased with how most of the tax plans that I worked on last month turned out. This is about the time of year when most of us are as far from thinking about tax stuff as we could hope to be, me included. I did want to cover a few things that are spring and summer staples that may have an impact on your tax life, though. If any of these apply to you or a friend, and there's an interest in chatting about them, please reach out to me. So, first off, spring and summer cleaning. Most of my people that I talk to and that are watching this are from Idaho. And did you know that when you donate items in good condition to the Idaho Youth Ranch and quite a few other Idaho nonprofit entities, you can deduct a certain amount of these charitable contributions on your Idaho return, even if you aren't able to itemize deductions on your federal return? In the email, I've added a link to the places that you can donate that are considered youth and rehab facilities and qualify for this little Idaho kicker. Secondly, within that link is a link to another page for donations to educational entities that get the same special treatment. Getting married. When you get married, you have a change in your options for your filing status. Single and head of household are generally no longer options. You're considered married for the full year, even if you got married at 11:59 p.m. on December 31st of any given year. So you'll need to consider how married filing joint versus married filing separately will work in your situation. In most situations, the credits and deductions that you lose out on by filing separately make it not the best idea. Summer camp. You may be able to count the cost of summer camp or summer camps on the Child and Dependent Care Credit form. Now, not everybody qualifies for this credit as there is an income limit, but it's something to look into if you're in that situation. Business travel. Kids typically get the summer off. Adults, not so much. So if you own a business and are traveling for business, even if it is a dual purpose travel event, you likely can deduct part of the travel expenses at the ratio that your business use applies to the trip. Part-time work. This will apply to kids primarily in their summer jobs more so than many of you directly. However, I did find out last year in my preparation of returns for children of my clients that every one of my clients who had a child that had a requirement to file their taxes based on income earned received back all or almost all of their federal and Idaho withholdings from their paychecks on their tax return. Now, I said that very precisely because none of them owned their own business. That would have made a very different situation. But many didn't have a filing requirement at all. And if your child is getting a summer job, it may be worthwhile to consider if they have a filing requirement and how to fill out the W-4 form accordingly. Home improvements. This one's been hit or miss in my experience in preparation. I've found that people tend to know exactly how it works and either follow it to a T, maybe try to exploit it, or they have no idea about deductible expenses for home improvements that could benefit them, and they end up leaving money on the table. In my email, I've added a few links that will take you to the different IRS websites to give you ideas as to what are deductible home improvement expenses. Some of them are pretty cheap, might not have that big of an impact, but they're also easy and you might already be doing them. So these are some tips for getting through the summer and still keeping tax a little bit on your mind if that's something that you want to do. But most importantly, I want to make sure that if you feel that you have questions, feel free to reach out. I might not be as quick to answer during the summer, but I'll still get back to you. And I look forward to all of our interactions. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.